All right, here we go. This is gonna be a banger. Gotta get pumped up. Oh. What's up, everybody? Today we are going to be talking about backpacking gear that you don't really need, things that beginners might think they need, things that people often waste their money on. Dude, we got inflation, we got wars. You don't want to be wasting your money. Come on. So help me get to my goal of 50,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button and let's jump into item number one. This one is quite possibly the most annoying I've ever seen backpacking. Don't waste your money on bear bells. I mean, these are quite literally like jingle bells that people carry on their backpacks or on their shoulder straps or whatever, and they're supposed to like make, you know, the bell noise. This is what bells do, and that noise is supposed to scare off bears, or I don't even know if scare off is the right word, but just supposed to make the bears be like, oh. But I'm pretty sure all they do is just piss off the bears and make them want to eat you. No, that's not true. In fact, I even looked into this a little bit because these bear bells, they're so ridiculous. I was like, there's no way that these things are actually like proven to work, right? And so there have been a few like questionable studies on this. One of them found that they did work, and then a few of them found that they didn't work. And so the conclusion I'm gonna draw from all that is we don't really know if they work, but it just seems intuitive to me that they probably don't do shit. It is true that making noise will keep bears away from you, but the bell, like, I don't know, man. I feel like that's like literally the least intimidating sound they could come up with. They were literally like sitting around brainstorming like, all right, we need to come up with the most scary sound that we can come up with that people can carry with them. Oh yeah, how about the jingle bells, dude? That'll scare them off. Come on. It's ridiculous. Bear bells are nonsense. Don't waste your money on them, even though they're probably not very expensive. The second piece of crap backpack, you guys know I like to have fun with my titles. The second piece of gear that you don't need to waste your money on is expensive dehydrated backpacking food. Now, I will say, a lot of this food is not too bad. It's probably some of the better food you're gonna be able to get when you're backpacking. However, dude, these things are expensive. And I wanted to include this point in the video because I just wanna make it clear. I feel like it's intuitive for beginners sometimes. You know, they walk into REI, they see the backpacker pantry mountain house meals up on the wall and they think, oh, that's just what you're supposed to eat when you're backpacking. And no, it's not. Well, I mean, you can, and they are pretty decent. Well, some of them taste like dehydrated feces. But if you're just getting into backpacking and you're trying to save some money, especially if you don't really know if it's something you're gonna do a lot, I don't know, man, maybe consider bringing some normal grocery store food. Pick up some Northsides. Those things cost like $1 a piece. Mac and cheese is a good one, or if you really wanna get some extra miles in, you could do crack and cheese. My point is there's other options out there besides the expensive dehydrated meals, so just check them out, do some research. One area that's definitely worth investing some money into though is your hydration. And that brings me to this video's sponsor, Drink Element. These guys make the best electrolyte drink mixes on the market, hands down. It's perfect for hiking, and I don't think I would have survived my PCT hike if I hadn't been drinking their electrolytes. First of all, their electrolytes contain no sugar, no BS, so they're good for you. All they have is a great taste and the electrolytes that you need to replace when you're sweating a lot. And I think my favorite thing about these guys, and I've said it before, but they have so many crazy, awesome flavors that no other company in the electrolyte drink mix game even dares to try. Of course, they've got your standard flavors, your raspberry salt, your citrus salt, your orange salt, and they're all amazing. And in addition to that, I was so excited when I got the email about this. Right now, for the holidays, they have a limited time offer, the Drink Element Chocolate Medley. This is insane. It comes with 3 different flavors: mint chocolate, chocolate caramel, or is it caramel, and chocolate salt. That's right, so if you're out there backpacking and you wanna stay hydrated, but you also want a nice, tasty, holiday-themed drink, you can go ahead, get the chocolate medley, and whip up a fantastic holiday beverage that's also gonna keep you hydrated and keep you healthy. Go to drinkelement.com/KyleHatesHiking. That's drinklmnt.com/KyleHatesHiking. If you use that link, you make a purchase on their website, you're gonna be able to get a free sample pack of 8 different flavors. It's a great offer. You're gonna get to try so many different cool flavors, and of course, you're gonna stay hydrated and stay healthy. So Drink Element, thank you so much for sponsoring more of my content. This next piece of gear that's a total piece of crap that you shouldn't waste your money on is a big, gigantic, heavy ass knife. And I've talked about this before. I've even taken some slack for it because in a video a long time ago, I said that I don't carry any knife, which has since changed. So I'm not saying you shouldn't carry a knife backpacking. You probably should carry a knife backpacking. I'm just saying you don't need a super big, like unnecessarily heavy ass like hunting knife. This has been covered to death, so we'll keep this one brief, but I feel like it's very intuitive for beginner backpackers to think like, I'm going out into the wilderness. Of course, I need like a big knife to like protect myself and do all sorts of crazy shit. And I'm gonna tell you, you're probably not gonna need that big knife. It's probably gonna hinder you if it's weighing you down, if it's really heavy. You'd be much better off with a small little pocket knife or even a credit card knife like this. I don't know, it worked fine for me on the PCT. It's literally just this, but I'm just saying you don't need a big unnecessary knife. Okay, next point. Now that all the EDC knife people have gotten their anger out in the comments, let's make some even more people angry. This next item that you probably don't need and is probably a waste of money is again, hear me out, I don't wanna get sued. A expensive, unnecessarily large, like intense first aid kit, okay? I'm not saying you shouldn't take any first aid supplies with you, okay? I'm not saying you just go off into the wilderness, no idea what you're doing, and you cut yourself and you didn't bring anything, so now you have an infection and you die and you have to not watch my videos anymore. I'm not saying I want that. All I'm saying is that I feel like a lot of beginners think they need like a super intense first aid kit with like all this different stuff in case of like all these different emergencies. And the truth is, you kind of do have to bring somewhat of a minimal setup when you're backpacking because you only have so much space, you only have so much weight that you can carry. I'm not gonna stand here and tell you exactly what you do and don't need in terms of first aid. I will leave that to a doctor or someone who actually has a fully formed prefrontal. See, I can't even say it. All I'm saying is maybe try to carry one of the smaller first aid kits, or if you do buy like a big first aid kit, if you don't know what some of the stuff in it is or know how to use it, then maybe you ought to rethink bringing those specific items. I don't know. Leave a comment if you didn't bring a first aid kit and you died, and we can all learn from you. All right, for this next one, rather than choosing a specific piece of gear, I'm going to just talk about extra clothing. Don't waste your money and your weight and your hard-earned life on bringing a bunch of extra clothes backpacking. Now, if you're a beginner, you don't have that much experience yet, it's gonna be hard to know exactly what your perfect clothing system is gonna look like. So you're gonna have to experiment. But I would consider, especially if you're trying to do some bigger miles and stuff and really push it, if you're trying to do like a thru hike or something like that, What, you got a problem? I would consider maybe going a little bit towards the minimal side on the clothing. Now, if it's gonna be colder out, temperatures are gonna be cold, like you gotta make sure you have enough warmth, but let's say we're doing nice weather here. See if you can get away with not bringing as much clothing as you think you might need to intuitively. I'm talking things like extra shirts, extra socks, extra pants. But I've seen so many beginners, they'll bring like 3 or 4 pairs of socks. I mean, maybe 3, but like 4 pairs of socks, you don't need 4 pairs of socks. Same with underwear. Like, I hate to break it to you, but if you're backpacking for multiple days, which I guess is what backpacking is, your underwear is gonna smell like ass. Like, there's just no way around it. It doesn't matter how many pairs you have, they're all gonna smell bad. I like to carry a set of clothes for hiking and a set of clothes for camping, for sleeping. 2 pairs of socks, a really warm top, and 1 giant coat. This next thing that you don't wanna waste your money on, again, is a little bit more general than a specific item, but I'm talking to you beginner backpackers. You don't need toiletry items like deodorant and razors and normal good smelling human being things. You're backpacking, you're in the woods, you're gonna smell like shit. Don't bring deodorant, trust me. I see people do this all the time and like, I get it, like it's normal to wear deodorant. Well, not for me, I never wear it, but for people that actually are attractive, it's very normal. But you're not gonna want it backpacking. It doesn't matter, you can put deodorant on, but then you're gonna smell like shit with deodorant on. It's not gonna help. It's not worth carrying it. It's just, don't do it. Same with razors, just don't shave, like anything. You're backpacking, you're in the woods, especially if you're a beginner, you're probably only gonna be out for a few days. Just let it go. You're not gonna feel like shaving. You're probably not even considering it anyways, but just don't bring extra toiletries. Literally the only things that I bring are like, I don't know, is hand sanitizer or toiletry, toothbrush and toothpaste, obviously, and that's pretty much it. Maybe some baby wipes. I know a lot of people like those, but I don't even do that because I'm a piece of shit. All right, let's go back to specific gear items for this next one. This piece of gear I think is not worth carrying. It's a huge ripoff for backpacking. This would be a Jetboil. Now listen, Jetboils do seem pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. And if for car camping or like, I don't know, like base camping maybe, yeah, I could see how, in fact, I would love a Jetboil for car camping. That would be pretty sweet. But for backpacking, especially if you're really gonna be pushing yourself and hiking some decent miles, don't carry a Jetboil, and here's why. First of all, they're just expensive. I was dicking around on their website last night, and it seems like their systems range from like $90, a little bit less, all the way up to like $150. That's so expensive. You can go on Amazon, you can find very cheap and good canister backpacking stoves. You can go on there, you can find lightweight titanium pots. You can put together your own little system. Yeah, it's not gonna be flashy and fancy like the Jetboil, and maybe it won't even boil the water quite as fast, but it's gonna be so much cheaper. And not only is it gonna be cheaper, but it's also gonna be a lot lighter. The Jetboil flash system seems to be one of the more popular ones on their website, and that thing weighs about 13 ounces with everything included. That's like almost a pound. I mean, that's just a few ounces away from a pound. And so for literally half the price, maybe even less, you can go online and you can buy a system that's gonna weigh significantly less than that. I'm talking like half of the weight, half of the price and half of the weight. I know they're fancy, I know they look cool, I know they do boil water very quickly, but I'm telling you, Jetboils, they're just not it for backpacking. Car camping, go ahead. It seems sweet. What is it though is subscribing to the channel. I'm serious, I wanna get to 50,000. I'm not even at 40,000. Let's get there, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and talk to you soon.